Hello there! Welcome to Part 2 of Page Editing. Let's jump in. Here we are inside the GameStation project space that we created in Part 1. In the sidebar, the page tree forms the navigation for our space. We have created starting pages for our 3 teams to create and structure their own content, plus meeting notes, how-to articles, and product requirements. Before we add any more, let's take a closer look at the Create button, which you will find on every single page in Confluence. In the Create pop-up box, we can select in which space our content will be created, regardless of where we currently are inside Confluence, using the Select Space drop-down menu. However, if you are new to Confluence, it's probably best to open the space where you want to add your content first, then press the Create button from there. This ensures that your content is published in the correct space. The page template list can be customized, so there could be more or less templates available on your own space. Page templates are designed to make life easier by automating common tasks that most teams need to do. Pick and choose whatever templates will help you, and simply add them to your space. Check out our video on creating page templates and blueprints for more information on these templates, plus details on creating your own. When I click to open the page called Design Pages, we can see that it is a blank page with no information. I'm going to use this page as the parent page for an entire branch of child pages related to our design team. With this page currently open, we can create a new page directly underneath it in the page tree by clicking the Create button. I'll call our new page Design Plan. There are some common and fundamental elements to creating great pages. The first is page layout. Page layout allows you to choose the number of sections and columns on the page, making it easier to both create and read. Next, images help make the page more visually appealing and break up large blocks of text, making the page easier to read. The alignment of the words and images we place onto the page is important. Also, the use of the correct heading or paragraph styles, which are used by content formatting macros. Central to Confluence is adding links to other pages, spaces, websites, or attachments. This connects information across your entire Confluence site, making it easy for the reader to follow an information path from one page to any other related content and back again. Finally, you can really create a powerful page using macros. Macros give you one-click access to advanced features, such as formatting, navigation, or automated reporting. The first thing we're going to explore is page layout by clicking the Page Layout button from the toolbar. Page layout allows us to design our page with any number of separate sections, each of which can have one or more columns. Where my cursor is resting is the main body section of the page. By clicking on the column buttons, we can change the layout of the page, switching between single, 2-column, or 3-column layouts. I'll choose a 2-column layout for this section. I'll add a new section to the page by clicking the Add Section button again. This places the new section below the first, but this can be moved up or down using the Move buttons. I'll make this section a single-column layout. You can add as many sections to your page as you want. However, keeping things simple usually works out best. Now, let's add some content. In our first section, let's add some details about our design team and their role in the project. I'll add the heading Design Team and change this to Heading Level 2. Tables in Confluence are simple to use and easily customizable. I'll insert a simple table to show our team and their project roles. Using a table makes it easy to list our 3 team members. Using the @mention macro also links directly to each person's profile page. I'll also add their project role. I can make this more prominent by highlighting this row, making the text bold, and center aligning the text. Images always help, so let's add some team pictures. Click again on the Insert More Content button, then Other Macros. With the Select Macro box open, click on the Confluence Content section and browse for the Profile Picture macro. With this open, we can search for the first of our team members and click Insert. We simply repeat this process for our 2 remaining team members to finish. To make our table look better, I'll highlight the contents of this row and click on the Align Center button. Next, in the right-hand column, I'll add a heading called Design Philosophy and set this as Heading Level 2. We're going to add an image here. To do this, simply click on the Insert Files and Images button. This macro allows us to insert images from a web address or from any space, as long as we know the name of the image file. In this case, I'll use the Upload button to upload a new image, and then click Insert. Next, in the bottom section of the page, let's insert some text and links. I have text prepared, so I'll simply paste this onto the page. I'll change the heading to Heading Level 2, as that will be required to generate a table of contents later. Now, let's add some links. There are two ways to do this. As we already have text on the page, the first method is to highlight the text to use for our link, and then click on the Insert Link button. At the bottom of the Insert Link box is our highlighted text. From here, we can link to anything, including recently viewed pages, attachments, web links, or even items such as comments. The advanced option allows us to create links using Wiki markup language. This is an advanced feature that we're not going to cover here. To find comprehensive help on links, simply click on the Help shortcut, top right, which will open the help page for working with links. I'll insert a link to one of our knowledge base spaces by entering part of the space name, then clicking the Search button. As I move down the list of search results, notice that the link location changes. This allows us to check which link is the correct one. When I find the one I need, I simply hit the Insert button. The other way to insert links can be done without leaving the page. While editing, just hit the open left bracket key. This will display the link suggestion box. I want to link directly to a page in another space. I can do this by simply typing the page name, and as I do so, the link suggestions will change automatically. If you can't find the page you need this way, just click on the Search option, which will pop up the full Insert Link box. Confluence has found the page that I want to link to, so I can just hit Enter to place it on the page. Now our page is looking good, but let's add a new section on top of the page for more content. To do this, place the cursor in the Design Team section and click the Page Layout button, then Add Section. We can move this new section to the top of the page by positioning the cursor in the new section and pressing the Move Up button. The first macro I'll insert is the Table of Contents macro, which creates a table of contents based on all the heading styles found on our page. I don't need to change any parameters for this, so I'll just click Insert. Under the Table of Contents on the page, I'll insert the Horizontal Rule macro. This inserts a line, which visually separates the table of contents from the rest of the page. In the right-hand column, I'll add the Words Project Status, and then insert the Status macro. Although a simple macro, this is a tremendously useful and immediate visual indicator. To get this right, you should agree upon a common set of status indicators with your team, perhaps 4 or 5, that reflect your own unique or agile workflow, and use them consistently. For the title of this status indicator, I'll write In Progress and change the color to green. Then press Save. That's enough on our first page, so let's publish it and see the finished results. With very little effort, we have a good-looking and effective page. If you glance at the page tree in the sidebar, you will notice that this page is nested underneath and slightly indented from our parent page. We refer to this in Confluence as a child page. Let's open the parent page and add some extra page navigation. I want to add a list of all the child pages nested under this parent. To do this, edit the page, then click on the Insert More Content button. Then, Other Macros. From the menu on the left, click on the Navigation section and select the Children Display macro. Now, hit Insert. I'll publish this page, and when the page is redisplayed, we can see a list of child pages. This will update automatically as we create more pages underneath this parent. There are several benefits to using parent and child nesting. The first is obviously to create a logical navigation structure in the page tree, making content easier to navigate. Additionally, parent and child nesting makes restricting groups of pages a one-click process. If I restricted this parent page to selected team members only by clicking on the Page Restrictions padlock, then all the child pages, nested underneath, would also become restricted. You can also move groups of pages this way, in just a few clicks, to a different location or even to a different space. On the Page drop-down menu on the right of the page is the Move option. By simply moving the parent page, all of the child pages, nested underneath, will also move to the new location, along with the parent. Before we finish, let's edit the page and explore what other macros are available by clicking on the Insert More Content button. Then, Other Macros. This is an area that you should spend a few minutes browsing to make yourself familiar with what's available. These macros give you access to content formatting, navigation, reporting, and many more functions. All of these macros can be inserted onto your page with just 1 or 2 clicks. Many also work with labels, which allows you to report on content stored across multiple spaces. Don't be concerned about getting to know all of them. Most people will create great pages using only 5 or 6 macros. There are 2 ways to get to know what's available. You can simply browse through the macros and try them out on your pages. A useful shortcut, however, is by clicking on the Help link on the top right of the macro browser. This opens the Help page for macros. All of the macros are listed and described. This is the easiest way to see all of the available macros in one place. And that's us. We've explored page editing in greater detail, and hopefully you've learned how easy it is. Until next time, enjoy and have fun.